y'all. So, Smoking Grooves happened this past Saturday, March 19th. And the show was fun. The audience was amazing. Personally, for me, it was stressful because I did a lot of preparation to be ready for the show because it had just been so long. And the show was short, so there was not a lot of room to like be loose and pull together. We had to go out and be together. So we did rehearsals in Nashville, we did rehearsals in LA. I did a lot of things to have myself really be supported and prepared. And at the last second, one of the main person that handles logistics, the main person, spaced out and had me late for the show. The show was only 30 minutes, and so I played for about 12 or 15 minutes. And so that meant that I got to the venue as I was supposed to be going on. I went to the room, I rushed and put on my clothes, in 8 minutes, and I'm not a fast person. So I put my clothes on very quickly and went up on stage, and I felt a little disheveled, which is not something I do on stage. And so like my friend Frankie Darcell, the radio personality out of Detroit, she said, sometimes you gotta be disheveled in a moment to be greater later. That's what she left a comment on my last post. And I hear her. What she's really saying is sometimes it's a lesson. And I get it, and I know that, and I needed that reminder. And my comment back to her was, thank you, Auntie, because she's right. And I needed to remember that. And so in the process of healing and getting back to myself and calming my nervous system, I've been doing a lot of sound healing stuff with myself. And being at the ocean, which is, one of the world's great sound healers. I remembered a few things. That one, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to continue to tour. I would like to, but I don't have to. I also don't have to work with that person again. That was the real lesson, right? Just don't work with them again. Because we had some issues back in 2019, but we talked it out and I thought everything was gonna be okay. And also with this logistics team, I talked to them every day, every other day. I was completely hands-on. And at the last minute, they still messed this up. Because I get in the car when they say get in the car. I'm doing my part, you do your part. But they didn't. And so the real lesson is I just don't have to work with them. And that I can't and should not. So there's that. But also, I realized that I don't have to do anything. I don't have to let my feelings control me. I don't have to feel embarrassed or defeated. I don't have to be upset. It's my decision how I deal with my emotions. And I have some strong emotional pulls, and so sometimes they take me, but I'm learning to not let it take me, that I take me. And so thank you to Frankie Darcell for that reminder. Sometimes you gotta be disheveled in a moment to be greater later. I don't even say the word disheveled a lot. Sorry, I'm mumbling that word. Disheveled in a moment to be greater later. Anyway, also what I've realized is that the show actually was really fun. Felt kind of rock and roll, like my shirt was hanging out. Just a lot of stuff. Stomach was hanging out. COVID stomach was hanging out, which I do not like seeing, but that's a lesson too. Seeing myself on stage and in photographs again just gave me some insight. Gosh, these birds are nuts. Gave me some insight into some of the things I want to work on with myself physically, so that's fine too. Everything's all fine. Now that I've had some rest at the beach, because I was not fine after the show, I have to add this last thing about this disheveled conversation and how I felt I looked on stage. Also in my comments on that last post, I hope you go look at it because the photograph is amazing. On that last post, I said that I didn't have on any lipstick, and it wasn't about not having color on my lips. I don't care about that. It was about having nothing on my lips. They were just dry. My lips were dry, and also my throat was dry. And no singer likes that. Like, it's all part of the same thing when you're a singer. Nobody likes that. And even in my regular everyday life, I always have on a little something, just to keep my lips from being dry. And I was up there just a lot. So, because I was late, and that's why we don't like being late. We want to be present and grounded and ready for our performance. So, but again, the audience made it so much fun. It was different, and it was fun. It was fun. I just didn't like the stress of the other part. But to be honest, and I don't say this a lot, I would take the stress all over it again to have that show all over again. I just wish I could have done more songs. So, Smoking Grooves, go ahead and have me as a headliner next year. I don't see why not. And lastly, before I go, I want to say one last thing, which is if you follow me here, you have seen me on this balcony in this same room at this same beach making a video, something like this about the Grammys or something else. But what I did not have at that time was this gray hair. That is a gift of 2020 and beyond. And I do mean gift because I really do like it. I really do like it. So y'all know I like to give a little bit of hair secrets. And so for anybody who's natural out there, who's interested in hair, one of the things I always do is keep my own edges out. Because we get something called traction alopecia from extensions, and this is a sensitive part of a lot of our hair. So I just keep my own edges out. So this is my hair. You know, I always try to make the hair something like, anytime I do extensions, I attempt to make it look like my hair in a different state. So because by doing that, the edges look like, you know, my hair. And my gray, yes. Anyway, y'all. Love y'all. About to go walk on the beach before I have to fly home. And thank you to everybody who came to the show. Thank you to the audience for singing every word. Y'all made that show easier and worth it. And that was amazing just to be back with y'all again. I spent a lot of time looking at people's faces like I just missed everyone. So thank you. Thank you to my band and everybody who showed up the way they were supposed to my security and all my folks who do their jobs. I love y'all. I value you more than I even did before because some people don't do their job. So anyway, I love y'all and